GN, Non-Fungible Community. This is your host, Non-Fungible TC, Non-Fungible today and Non-Fungible tomorrow. And today I want to talk about Ape Coin. And the reason why I'm doing this live show is that I know that a lot of people might have questions. They might not have followed the news so quickly. But I want to talk about what Ape Coin is, my thoughts on Ape Coin, and the utility of Ape Coin, and the market capitalization of Ape Coin. So basically, what is Ape Coin? So Ape Coin, according to the website, which is a it's for the Web3 economy. Okay, so it's not just like a DAO token, right? But anyone can adapt it. Anyone can accept Ape Coin. Anyone can use Ape Coin and so on because it's a token standard. So basically, according to the introduction, culture has found new expressions in Web3 through art, gaming, entertainment, and events, right? So basically, Ape Coin is gonna have a lot to do with culture, right? And these specific things that they highlighted, okay? The possibilities for blockchain's impact on culture are so endless that they possibly all can't be predicted yet. Ape is a token made to support what's next, controlled and built by the community, okay? So it is a community-driven thing. It will serve as a decentralized protocol layer for community-led initiatives that drive culture forward into the metaverse. So the thing that reminded me of is that it's similar to Lit, right? In the sense that Lit is a cultural DAO. What Apecoin is trying to do is also culture, but it's more metaverse, gaming, IP driven, okay? So there are a few entities when you talk about Apecoin. The first one is the Ape Foundation. So Ape Foundation is basically a steward of Apecoin, right? According to them, the foundation facilitates decentralized and community-led governance. It's designed to become more decentralized over time. It has tasked with administering the decision of the ApeDAO and is responsible for day-to-day administration, bookkeeping, project management, and other tasks that ensure the DAO's community idea have the support that they need to become a reality. So basically, from what you see right now is that the Apecoin could be used as a vote, as a share of a vote, right? You can trade, you could vote for a DAO proposals and stuff like that. And they do already have some proposals coming up already. So I want to talk about it as well. As you can see right now, I have Binance open here. So right now, around yesterday it was trading around $7 to $8, right? Now it's going to $11. But when usually token launch like this, sometimes it could be quite risky because what happened is that yesterday it was around $15 when it first launched on Binance. But because it immediately go back down, right? Because there's a huge demand in the beginning. Always, this has happened. So imagine you bought here, it takes some time to recover, right? So anyways, for all of you, this is not financial advice, but if you have any questions you want me to share, let me know. Let me go back to ApeDAO, okay? And this whole thing is being recorded, right? So people can look at it in the future. So basically, they have a DAO. They want to be a decentralized governance organization, and then they will have AIPs, which is the improvement proposal, right? So it is proposals given up by the community, and then people can vote on it to improve the Ape DAO or the Ape ecosystem, right, under the board of Yuga Labs. So the thing is, they do have a board member. So these board members are gonna be here for 6 months to help facilitate the start, right? But if you look at these board members, right, you have people who is like the co-founder of Reddit, right? You have Amy Wu, who's the head of ventures and gaming at FTX. So it means that, and imagine when you look at Apecoin, right, the first thing that happened in the market is that basically a lot of these exchanges have already listed, right, on day one. So that's why it generated a lot of hype and it generated a lot of liquidity, right? People, and the name itself, Ape, is similar to Doge, right? So that's why people want to FOMO it into it, right? But every time when this thing happens, just be careful, okay? Just be very careful and understand what is happening behind the scene. And then you have Yak Su, who's the chairman of Animoca Brands, right? And he has a huge portfolio of games that could actually work with Ape token, which is something that I'm going to talk about shortly, okay? So Apecoin is a ERC20 token used for governance, for spending, for providing special access, for providing incentive, okay? So to help develop the whole ecosystem. So they do have an interesting allocation, I would say. They have an ecosystem fund, which is basically like a community wallet, right? And then they have, which is the DAO treasury, and then they airdrop 150 million tokens to the Bored Ape Yacht Club and Mutant Ape Yacht Club members, right? But the whole fund itself, there are a lot of lockup periods for 12 months, right? So you're looking at this at a long-term play. Maybe once these 12 months has passed, these could be a good time to get into, right? Because there will be more supply here. The price, usually when there is more supply over demand, and after some time, the price could go down, right? Depending on the development, right? So this is not financial advice. Do your own research, but I just wanted to let you know is FOMOing immediately like the best thing to do, right? So if anyone have any question, feel free to comment on the description. I mean on the live chat, right? So that's why there was a lot of hype, because if you look at the crypto or Twitter, crypto NFT Twitter, right? A lot of influencers actually bought apes, right? So when they talk about getting free money from Apecoin, it generates a lot of hype and people are interested, right? So this is how they claim. If you own a Bored Ape, you get 1,000 token, Mutant Ape 2,000. If you own a Bored Ape and a Kennel Club, you get 1,950. If you own a Mutant Ape and Kennel Club, you get 2,898 token. So when this thing was announced, basically what happened was that the Bored Ape price went to like 100-ish, right? But now the floor price after claiming these tokens now 85. So the fluctuations of these stuff is quite dangerous. So if you're here for a long term, back then you wouldn't buy Bored Ape when it was 100 ETH, right? You'll buy Bored Ape for around 85 right now, where there is a retracement. Same for Mutant Ape. Mutant Ape was around 20, now it's 17. And also, yeah, so that's basically it, right? So I want to talk about what you can do and also what happened when they launched yesterday, right? So yesterday I did a tweet, right? So not financial advice. If you're looking at Ape token long term, you might want to make sure the number of unclaimed token is lower and the price is lower before aping in, right? Of course, when I post this was around $7 to $8, right? And then there were more unclaimed token compared to claimed token. And then there were now more and more people are claiming it. So as of this moment of time, let's have a look at some analytics. So if you look at here, you can see that there is 15,000 eligible addresses, right? So 15,200 people are eligible to get this airdrop. And all 11,000 have claimed this airdrop. So it means that there are 4,000 more people, right? So 69, well, this is quite a fun number to talk about. 69 of these tokens are claimed already, right? And 74% of these Ape tokens are claimed already, right? For the first round of drop to the community member, which is the people who own the Bored Ape, the Mutant Ape. So if this number goes up, okay, there is, like right now, full disclaimer, I don't own any Ape token, but I can see that it is going up, right? So guys, what I can say is resist the FOMO. I don't know anything. I don't think anyone know whether it's gonna go up or down, right? But if basic supply and demand or trends work, right? Always wait for a time where there's no news, but there is some retracement and then it drops by the trend. And then maybe that could be a good time to buy. Maybe 9.2 is a good time to buy, right? So not financial advice. I have no idea what I'm talking about. But all I know is that FOMO is very hard to resist, and people get wrecked when they do things by FOMO. Usually what I'll do is that, hey, look at the data, okay? If more people claim, if more Apecoin is in the market, the sell pressure might be higher, right? Because you have more Apecoin, people want to take profit, right? So I would say that wait a bit. But if you look at Etherscan right now, okay, so the total supply is locked, right? Okay, is 1 billion Ape tokens, okay? So it will not increase or anything, right? But if you look at holders, there's 21,000 holders right now, right? So basically what it means is that, yesterday when I was doing my Twitter, there were around 14,000. So there is 7,000 more people. So it seems like a lot of people want to be part of this community, okay? Anyways, going back to here. So if you own a token, basically what you can do is they have a governance. So it's a huge document which you should read yourself if you're interested in participating in the DAO. It talks about the rules, guiding principles of the DAO. And if you own a Bored Ape, you can claim it. Okay. Proposals basically are what are being proposed. And so if you look at the forum, right? So right now the proposals are being discussion, right? So if you look at the forum, right, you can see that not a lot of people are really looking at this, right? You have 20,000 Ape token holders, but not a lot of people are looking at this, right? And they're missing out a lot if you don't look at what exactly Ape token is, right? Maybe they just bought it for speculation. But when you look at all of this, right, when they talk about the Ape coin and they talk about the proposals, and if you talk about basically what they're planning to do in the future, you can basically see, hey, this is quite interesting because year one they're planning to allocate 3.2 of the ecosystem fund for game development, right? And you have Animoca on board, right? So it means that Animoca is going to do more for the ape ecosystem. And then they have events, right? 1.2%. And then you have merch production, and then you have marketing and education, right? Ape Coin NFT marketplace, right? So they're planning to make an Ape Coin NFT marketplace, a marketplace where only Ape Coin is allowed, probably, I don't know, to use as a currency to trade within this marketplace. So you already have utility right now, right? But no one is talking about this. No one is looking at this. Everyone is just looking at the hype, whether you should ape in or not. But if you look at this, it shows that this is actually a very long-term play. All of this won't happen in 2 days or 3 days, right? It will take time, okay? So I would say don't FOMO into stuff. If you're looking at this long-term, wait for the hype to die down, then probably that is a good time to get in, okay? And also, do some research. Look at what you're aping into, okay? Look at how data supports it, right? So Animoca Brand, a while back, asked people to KYC for there's something brewing, right? So all I can say is it could be a marketplace related. It could be game related, right? Animoca is well known for a lot of blockchain games, right? So, and asking people to do KYC basically means that it has something to do with token issuance, ICOs, right? So I did a KYC, but it seems like this, project is not the Ape token themselves, okay? This project is a secret project that says still building, right? Could it be the metaverse that everyone was talking about, where you could have like land sale, okay? But it's supported by Animoca Brand. It's possible, right? Because Animoca Brand is the company behind Sandbox, and it is a reputable company, right? So all I can say is that huge future utility over here. And then when you look at Apecoin, basically they are doing a lot of promotion right now because it's the launch, right? So there's a lot of hype, a lot of listing, and then Arcade, which I think is a community-driven project, is also going to adopt Apecoin, right? They're going to accept Apecoin in their metaverse. So, and then, some people, properties, are even accepting Apecoin, right? So, and I'm also accepting Apecoin donations, right? If you want to give me Apecoin, feel free to donate it to me at non-fungible.tc.eth. But what I wanted to say is that besides this Apecoin being a governance thing where you vote and stuff like that, we already see there is a lot of potential upcoming utility and existing utility as well. And why? Well, a while back, you look at Animoca Brand, Yaksu actually shared that their game Benji Bananas is gonna issue an NFT. And with this Benji Banana membership pass, we just launched it 2 hours ago, it's actually a Web 2 game that Animoca Brand developed in the past, right? Where you have a monkey collecting bananas, right? But if you own this pass, it's similar to Sandbox, so you could earn Ape token in-game. But this is not ready yet, right? But this is future utility, and this is something that's happening right now. But no one is talking about this. No one is really looking into details, a little bit of clues of the potential of this token, right? Or everyone is just looking at the price action. So for those of you who are in the space, you understand that long-term conviction pays out. But long-term conviction does not mean FOMOing immediately, right? You could have that would help you. I mean, if you bought the token at $8 yesterday, now it's $11, right? It feels good to sell immediately, right? You're taking $3 profit, right? Depending on how much you bought. But as you can see, this is like a huge utility. It's not just offline utility. There's merchandise and there's a game, and a game that's gonna be out very soon, right? And a game that's already selling NFTs. So this is very exciting. It is a huge brand, okay? And so DAO Voting is a utility, game utility, a partnership, accepting Ape token, right? And allow me to speculate, right? Allow me to guess. Is there a possibility that one day Reddit will even accept Ape token, right? They have the connections here. Is there a possibility that in the future something related to FTX, like if FTX invests in certain games, would they gonna be accepting Ape token as well, right? And also definitely Animoca Brand is it's already accepting Ape token. So before FOMOing into the Ape token, what I would say is that let's have a look at more data. Okay, right now, which I talked about just now as well, not all Ape tokens are claimed. Around 70% or 69% if you want to say it. Okay, so I would say that take your time. Don't FOMO in yet. They still have a schedule. There's still a lot of Ape token not being released into the ecosystem. And so that's why just be careful, guys. Like, I'm not saying that this is a scam or whatever, right? I'm saying because of the emotions, like how people trade, right? How people FOMO into stuff, jump it, and do not do the research that you're doing by watching this video, right? So it's gonna be a longer video today, but I would like to really spend my time to talk about the Ape token and also its significance in the space, because what I think is that it is a huge significance for, it's not only one company, it's not just Yuga Labs, right? It's a lot of people under that Ape community building something together, right? And accepting Ape token as a utility. So as I said, potential utility could be, land, could be land sale in a virtual metaverse, championed by Bored Ape Yacht Club, and also the marketplace that was being proposed. And so that's why there is a lot of things involved here, right? So what I would say is that, to be honest, if you want to vote in the DAO, right, it feels good to vote, right? Because you have a say. But the big players, the current apes, are gonna be the people with the most tokens. So they're gonna dominate the vote, right? So it's kind of very likely that these proposals are gonna be passed, right? These are the LLCs. The proposals being submitted here are, Animoca Brands. So definitely, I think these proposals are going to be passed, right? No single ape is strong enough compared to a collective and early OG apes, right? But if you are involved in here, you'll get to know what is coming up. If you don't get involved in here, you have no idea that they're going to start a marketplace, right? All right. So when we look at this, the number keeps going up, right? Now it went down a bit, 9%, but it keeps going up since yesterday when they just released the token, right? And this is, on the blockchain. So the good thing about this is that it shows you the wallet that are holding this, right? But it does not show you the exchange, like the people who are holding the Ape token on the exchange, right? So the number could be slightly higher than this, okay? This is important for you to know. So when we always talk about the price of an Ape token, right? When we talk about the price of a token, we have to talk about market cap. So this is a market cap 101, okay? Market cap is basically the current price of a token times the circulating supply, right? It is the way to measure the total market value of a cryptocurrency and often used as an indicator of relative dominance and popularity, right? So definitely, although this metric is widely used, more information before trading decisions is needed before making a trading decision, right? So for example, if the circulating supply of a cryptocurrency is at 50 million coin, it's being traded at $10, it would be 500 million market cap, right? So what this tool is called the coin perspective, which is pretty good. Basically, you can compare a token, for example, let's say Apecoin, right? Right now we have Apecoin, right? So it's trading at $11.61, right? So our reference is that, hey, when we talk about a cryptocurrency and we want to reference it with another token that is similar to Apecoin, right? So far, nothing is very similar. But the only things that I could think about is, hey, what if, Apecoin has a market cap similar to Sandbox, which is a metaverse game, right? Because they're going to build a Ape metaverse, right? So you type in Sandbox, and that will tell you a prediction, right? Oh, if Apecoin has the market cap of Sandbox, okay, of 3.5 billion, one Apecoin would be worth $29 and an upside of 158%. So there is a huge upside, but I'm not telling you that this will definitely happen, right? This is just a tool for you to have an estimation, right? So basically, this is very helpful, and it shows you the circulating supply, right? So this thing keeps changing, right? Because right now, not all Apecoins are being claimed, right? So if this becomes 150 million, or if this goes to, the maximum, right? Let's be responsible, okay? Assuming all of the tokens are released, okay? How many tokens are there, okay? Let's do some quick calculations, okay? Okay, sorry, it was 1 billion token, right? Okay, let's do this. So let's go back to Apecoin. Assuming the market cap is fully diluted, right? It's fully released, okay? So if this is 1 billion, okay? Then the price would be a lot lower, right? Assuming everything has released and if it has a market cap of Sandbox. And then if you look at this, assuming this has a market cap of Gala Games, right, which is some game company where they have a lot of stuff, right? So the market cap, the price would be $1.6, right? But this is being compared when there's 1 billion Apecoin out in the market. So this is how it's very helpful tool for you to, look at market caps, right? Not just FOMO into random price predictions. Not some FOMOing into just random people like me drawing like a trend line saying that you could buy during the retracement. But doing actual mathematics, understanding data, right? Understanding, you know, people claiming these Apecoin is gonna affect the supply, and emotionally, you know, there is gonna, and physically, actually in reality, there's gonna be some sell pressure, right? So yeah, not live. It is live. It's kind of live. I'm not sure if you could watch it. What you mean by it's not live, but I hope the audio is working. But this is definitely live. It's right now the time is live, and I just have a different time zone than you. But definitely it's live. I'm reading your comments. If you have any questions, feel free to share. But I'm just going through, you know, what Apecoin is about and also its utility, right? And also some tools that you can use before you leave this video, and hopefully that it can help you, you know, provide value. So my thoughts with Apecoin is that I think it is definitely a long-term play. There is a vested schedule. Usually what vested schedule means that, hey, these people are going to be involved here for you know, the amount of time, right? So ecosystem fund 48 months, 36 months for different type of parties. So definitely it's a minimum of a 3-year play. And but the thing is, once the vested schedules has, you know, expired, once the lockup has expired, definitely these people are gonna want to take, you know, profit, right? So by then, could that be another good entry? We never know. It's still too early to say. But definitely always do your research, try to understand the significance behind this before FOMOing into it. I know there's a lot of hype. If you just look at this, you see the supported market. There's just tons of supported market in day one, right? Almost 50, right? So this is definitely a huge thing, I think. But if you don't want to get wrecked, do your research, okay? I'm not saying that, not like, if you do your research and if you look at this long term, and if you bought this as $20 or $40, at least you'll have conviction of what is gonna happen, right? But doing your research is, you know, going through the white paper, going through the website, going through the announcement that they're making, the partnerships, and going through the data that's available on chain, going through other software that allows you to calculate the market cap. Okay, so this is your host, Non-Fungible TC. I hope you enjoyed today's episode, and that's it for today. And for those of you who are gonna watch it later today at 1 p.m. UTC, it's gonna be the same video, like the live video right now, but it's gonna be recorded. But I will have the timestamp below so that you can skip to the parts you want to watch, right? So hope you enjoyed this video, hope this helps, and stay safe trading. And it's exciting to see something like Yuga Labs doing this. At least it's gonna be new liquidity into the NFT market as a bare minimum, right? So thank you for watching. None of this is financial advice. Always do your research. Thank you for watching.